Oh, g'day everyone, it's Warren here from NQ Explorers. In this video I'm in central Victoria in the Goldfields. Just going to have a couple of days scratching around looking for relics and visiting a few sites that I've got in mind. Hopefully we'll come up with some nice Victoriana that reflects the gold rush here in the mid-1850s and of course right through into the 20th century. So as we go along we'll have a look at a few spots and see if we can find some decent targets, and I'll report back as soon as I've got something good to show you. Well, I'm about to start out, have a bit of a scratch around for some relics here in central Victoria. It's very cold, as you can see. There's lots of big frost last night, got down to 0. So we're going to have a bit of a scratch around, see if we can find some old coins and relics from the famous Victorian gold rush. So let's get into it. Well, it's a good start to the day. I've been here 10 minutes, took a couple of little lead scraps and then just got a coin. Quite shallow, it was a 76. So I say this is going to be a, well, it's very thin. It'll be a Britannia penny with a penny at that target ID on the max. I'll give it a quick clean. I'll get a date. That's awesome. This max is so powerful on relics on these old sites with this small coil, this 5x8 double D. Absolutely ripper, and easily pick that target out of all the trash. We'll get a date. Let's put it over in the sun, A, to warm up and B, to see it properly. Oh, I'm not used to these conditions. Anyway, that's the reverse and it's the right way up. You can just see Britannia there, very heavily worn. I can see the date down the bottom, but I can't make it out, so I'll magnify that later when I get back to camp. Yeah, Bunhead Vicky. But it's been through a lot of hands, that coin. Imagine the stories that could tell. Part of the Victorian gold rush. Absolutely fantastic bit of history. I love it. Whenever I dig here, I'm just getting these beautiful bits of ceramic. Look at this little cup handle. About 4 inches down. Lovely. But out of this hole I've got a solid target. Nothing special, it's just a very solid, beautifully machined cylinder of metal. I don't know what it is. If it's got any markings, I don't think it's a weight or anything. I'll check it out. It's got an interesting little find here. Interesting from a detecting point of view, in the way that the target was responded to by the machine. It was a 7980 with occasional breakup, and what I got was this, I knew it wasn't a coin. I could hear this hole, if you can get what I mean, with the audio response. I think it's a base of a lamp, or it could be the back off a knob, like a dressing table drawer knob fitting. It's probably got a name. Most things got a name. Yeah, solid target, but broke up a little bit as you could hear the double D hitting that hole. Really interesting audio response. Next target's this little brass clip. I actually know what that's off, but I can't recall what it is. Little, I think it's a suspender hook. I'm going to say it's a suspender hook of men's suspenders, or maybe ladies suspenders, stockings. I'm not sure. I'm sure you'll know what it is when you see it. Good find though. This next find's quite interesting. A bit of carpentry's been going on here, as you would expect back in those days. It's a little part of the folding carpenter's rule. A very small, narrow one actually. Usually they're wider than that, aren't they? You know, that's what that is. A folding rule. So could have been a horse shed here, or wagon rights, or who knows what was going on here back in the 1850s, just swarming with thousands and thousands of people at the height of the gold rush. Got an absolute ripper of a find here. It was a 72, 71, really scratchy. And what I was getting was the top of this beautiful little, what appears to be a perfume bottle. That's what the metal was the signal, obviously. Oh, it's got a brand on it. It's actually got fluid in it. That'll just be water, I guess, from laying in the ground all this time. What's this say? I'll tell you what, I'll get it up close. We'll see if I can read what that says on that little, that's a pretty little bottle. It's fully intact except the lid's gone, but the glass is all there. Well, there it is. It's got a number in the centre, 1748. I assume that's the patent date. I don't know what that is. It's very, I guess it's perfume. Can't quite read what that says. You can probably see it there on the video. I hope the autofocus is doing that justice. Don't know. Actually, I wonder if that actually is perfume. It's just coloured. No, that's the red soil in the water. Anyway, we'll do some still photographs of this when I clean it up a little bit and get the soil off it. Ripper. Here's my next find. It was quite a deep dig, about 7 inches. It's a little bit of saddle brass or stud of some sort, probably off the reins of a sulky or a buggy or whatever. So yeah, very highly conductive brass. Oh, I just got 2 really interesting items adjacent to each other. The piece of harmonica reed, that was a very high tone as you can imagine, and another beautiful old Victorian button, which is also branded, I think it might say moles, which would be the old moleskin trousers or shirts. I think it says moles. Anyway, I'll magnify that and subtitle the maker's name or whatever the description is on that old 4-hole button. What a ripper. I just got this pattern piece of brass or copper, which has been gilt. I don't know if you can see it there. I've sort of semi-cleaned it, a bit of a bush clean. There's no design on it, but it's obviously shaped. I'm wondering if it's off a bit of a saddle ornament or decoration or bridal decoration. Thinking horse related. Couldn't think of. So you can see a little bit of gilt on there. So it's been a flash little bit of attachment to something or other. I don't see any writing on it there at all. It's just a plain bit of maybe something. No, I don't know. May just be a bit of plain coloured decoration kind of thing for a saddle. I don't know. Anyway, if I can find any details, I'll put them in a subtitle. Well, this one was a solid 60 on the AT Max. A bit more Victorian clothing apparel. It's I think it's off a set of braces probably, or a suspender belt. It's a buckle of some description with a little loop on the top and a clampy sort of clip. Could be from the braces from men's trousers. Let's show you my max settings for today. I've had a couple of frequency changes because I've got some EMI from power lines, but that's no problem. Dead quiet. Ground balance is 92 because it's highly mineralised soil. I'm in central Victoria Goldfields, and I've got 30 points of iron, and I'm in custom mode. As you can see, I've got sensitivity flat out, and I'm paired to the Z links. I've also got my Garrett paired to the machine. Great day to be out. It's very cold early on this morning, but it's warmed up to about 12 degrees now, which is still cold for me, but it's all good. It's quite comfortable. Well, I've moved on to another spot and I've just got an awesome surface find. Of course, the detector screamed on it. Beautiful old Victorian brass button, which has a brand name on it. I can see that there. Can't read it, they'll get it up close. And a beautiful Victorian relic. Look at that. Just laying on the surface, sun baking. Well, it's cloud baking today. The sun's not really out. This beautiful old piece of plate fragment. That's just gorgeous. Scalloped edges. Definitely 1860s. And there's some pottery here too. Look how thick that is. Wonder what that was, an old whiskey bottle or something. There's ceramics all through here actually. So good spot to be using the 5x8 and picking at the high targets. Just got this awesome old relic. It was partially buried, partly sunbaking. I think it's a buckle, I'm not sure. But she's a solid bit of gear. Look at that. Nice. I'm just working around the edge of the ceramic scatter where I just showed you that scallop plate. And the sunbakers don't get any better than this. Look at this. It's a 72. It's an old halfpenny for sure. Look at that. That's just awesome. It's laying on top of the ground. Well, this is worth spending quite a bit of time in here. Just show you where I am. There's some old gold workings further down the hill, but I'm not interested in that at the moment. I'm working this old ceramic area here. You can see there has been a bit of bottle scratching going on, but not detecting, obviously, to find this coin sitting on top of the ground. So there'll be plenty more in here, I'm sure of it. Well, there it is. It's an English halfpenny, as I expected. 1867, I believe the date to be. How about that for a sunbaker? 1867. Absolutely brilliant. Well, yeah, I'll spend a lot of time low and slow here with this little coil. Awesome. I might have another coin here, or at least a decent relic, I'm pretty sure. Very shallow. 82. About here. You can't hear it because I've got the Z-link on. Right there. So we should see, I would suggest, another penny come out of the ground here. But I have been wrong in the past. Could be a buckle or something. But that's the kind of conductivity I'm looking at. Okay, that's about all I have to dig, I think. Didn't see anything come out of the ground. You might have. Oh, here it is. Yes, I'm wrong. It's just a beautiful rectangular scrap of copper, which was lying flat in the ground. That's all good. This is a nice Itone 77. It's a little copper D-ring, beautifully manufactured. It's obviously off some sort of important gear. Solid little item. It was only quite shallow in this really loamy material I've moved into. Here's my next relic I've just disturbed. It's a lovely old harmonica reed. It's only a small one. I don't think, oh no, it's been broken. So it's been a much longer reed than that. The harmonica obviously was probably twice that size. Nice. Well, I just got a little bit of copper out of the ceramic dump, nothing spectacular. But have a look at some of the gear that's in here. I love this. The old handles. Look at the old ceramics just laying around. I'm running the detector over it because there's a good chance there's a coin in there. Or a buckle or something. Wow. Been a bit of a camp here. Here's a lovely old egg cup with a gold band. Alas, both the egg and the cup are broken long ago. But interesting. They've been eating oysters in here. We're a long way from the ocean. But looks like they were feeding themselves well. Beer and oysters, there's nothing wrong with that.